support our coverage with a free account on Privacy, the service that keeps you protected when shopping online. Get $5 to try it now by using promo code QZZ2J.
All right. Well, our next guest is here. Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Great. How are you?
Good, doing good. Thanks.
Go ahead and introduce yourself for me.
Yeah, I'm Al Castaneda. I'm with Gorilla Circuits out of San Jose, California. And start getting into the product here?
Yeah, for sure. We've
All
got
right.
a lot of stuff on the table here in front of us.
Yeah, I'll just show you a quick sample of who we are and what we do. So Gorilla is a U.S. manufacturer of printed circuit board assemblies.
Okay.
And we're unique in the fact that we do everything all in-house. We design, fabricate the bare boards from a simple 2-layer to a 60-plus complex layer board.
Okay.
And we've got an outstanding assembly division that will procure the parts for you while the bare fab's getting built. And we have a bare fab completion, just handing off to our assembly division, assemble the boards. And so we're turnkey, we're quick turn, super high quality. And really, we're very flexible in that we are able to control quality, schedule, and cutting down the cost by no subcons with the process. So we're real unique in that fact, and Gorilla's doing well. We cater to consumer electronics, aerospace and military,
Okay.
the medical, semiconductor test sectors. So yeah, doing really good.
So the first thing I notice, can I grab this one?
Absolutely.
Okay. So the first thing that I notice is that this is a incredibly detailed board.
Right.
And the design of it is even visually attractive.
Correct.
It's not always possible. Sometimes circuit design has to be weird because
Yeah.
of big complex things. But even the design of it is attractive. The etching is great. And that's not always the case with
Correct.
boards.
Correct.
None of that is necessarily the case
Yeah.
with boards. So the industries that you mentioned are generally big. So how big of a company do you work with, or I suppose how small of a company do you work with? What's an MOQ
Yeah.
for you?
That kind of builds into that question. Is steered towards our strength. We'll deal with small startups, and then we have an outstanding list of partnerships with major OEMs, all the names that you've heard of. I don't want to name drop,
No, of
but
course.
we deal with all the major OEMs worldwide, and we ship worldwide. But our slogan is, let's build something incredible.
Okay.
And that's why we're here. With all of the new designs and products coming out,
Sure.
I think that we're the only bare fab and assembly shop here. If not, we are one of a handful.
I will tell you, I've been doing CES for a very long time,
Correct.
and I've never seen a company in your space exhibit.
Right on.
It's a really smart idea. We've actually seen a couple of new product company categories exhibit this year that we've not seen before. 'Cause
Yeah.
I've seen batteries and things like that, but I've never seen this target. So how many boards would we need to make? You don't have to give me an exact number, but how many would we have to order in order to work with you?
Yeah. Well, in the semiconductor test sector, it's not uncommon for them to order one of these things.
Sure.
There's
Okay.
a lot going on in a big, thick board like this. Our expertise on the bare fab side, as our team's been together like 20 plus years, our core team, our process engineering team is outstanding, but we are high aspect ratio specialists and impedance target specialists for that semiconductor test sector.
Okay.
So we're really good at hitting the impedance targets and drilling fine vias through a very thick board, successfully plating through those fine vias. Not many shops can do what we do.
Okay.
This particular board is for storage for a very well-known company out of Southern California. And We're doing like about 12 of these boards for a prototype. And we
Okay.
are prototype and high mix, low volume based.
Okay.
We're not afraid of larger volumes, but I will say that the majority of our builds are high mix, low volume. A lot of questions I'm getting here at the show are, what would be a minimum buy, like you had posed? It depends on the board size. So if we got, for example, a 3x3 board, we're going to run a minimum of 3 panels, and we're going to yield maybe 12 boards out. That's a good example of a prototype run.
Yeah.
Where really what they want to do is they want to know what their max number of boards yield is out of a minimum purchase, so they can prove out their design, and they can end up segueing from there into higher volume once the design's proved out. So everything that's going on here at the show.
So small orders is something that you're perfectly comfortable with.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
That's good, because with a lot of the companies, especially in this building, you've got early stage products that aren't ready. We interviewed a number of years ago somebody downstairs whose product was a prototype made of wood that was non-functional. He wasn't ready for market for nothing.
Right.
So a lot of the companies in this building could benefit from a very small MOQ.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Minimum order quantity, by the way. I think I've said it twice. Minimum order quantity is what that...
MOQ, correct. So that varies depending on the widget. I mean, if you have a 1 inch by 1 inch, then you'd have more fitting on a panel, and they'd yield more. But this environment here at CES is what we covet. We're looking for the new ideas. People want to prove their design. They want it quick, and most importantly, they want it reliably. And that's where Gorilla comes in and comes through for our partners. We don't drop the ball. We get it. We know that they're on a tight schedule. Many times, because we're doing everything in-house, we can adjust and bring it in a day or so, and just really come through for our partners in a way that they'll return. And so, that's the game. That's the game. We want to make sure that we're doing it right, and that we're capable of processing pretty much any design out there. And like I said, we're doing everything all the way through the assembly going out, and that makes us unique in that it's all turnkey, all in-house here in the USA.
That's truly fantastic, and you're in the perfect market for it, upstairs and downstairs here in this building. For people who are watching who might have a project that they're working on that's not here on the show floor, how can they find out more about what you do and figure out how you can work together?
GorillaCircuits.com, right? Hit our website, and they'll lead you through on how to get a quote. Our quotes team, by the way, is super quick. They'll turn a quote around in an hour or two, something that's unheard of in our industry. So GorillaCircuits.com, that's the way you get in contact, and you can see all of our capabilities there on the website, and we'd definitely love to hear from you.
Well, fantastic. I really do appreciate you coming up and showing this and talking about your service.
Absolutely.
It's not a product, it's a service.
Yep.
You're helping somebody else build a product, and it's something that everybody in this building just about needs. There's a couple software companies, but outside of that, almost everybody in this building needs what you're up to.
Everything that's electronically automated has a circuit board in it, so all those robots that are flying around, or self-driving cars, or
light
whatever,
bulbs.
Everything needs a circuit board, and that's what we're here for. So right there in San Jose, in the heart of Silicon Valley, let's build something incredible.
Very cool.
Right on.
Well, thank you for coming up.
Really good.
I appreciate it.
Right on. Thanks
Have
a lot for your time.
Have a good rest of the day, and
Appreciate
hopefully
it.
it's been a successful CES for you.
It's been great.
Great.
All
Glad to hear it.
Thanks a lot.
The Tech Podcast Network CES 2024 coverage is executive produced by Michelle Mendez. Technical directors are Kurt Corliss and Adam Barker. Associate producers are Nancy Ertz, Clinton Millsap, Sergio Velasquez, and Terry Willingham. Voiceover by Aaron Hurst. Our hosts are Marlo Anderson, Don Bain, Todd Cochran, Scott Ertz, and Christopher Jordan. Studio and equipment are provided by PLUGHITZ Productions. This has been a Tech Podcast Network broadcast, copyright 2024.